I'm James.
I'm Carrie.
I'm Lacey.
And I'm Lee. Just one more fix.
A proud member of the Gonna Geek Network.
Just like the show you're listening to now.
The opinions expressed are those of each individual host.
Check out all the other podcasts at GonnaGeekNetwork.com.
And get ready, because geekiness begins in 3, 2, 1.
Stand by for a brand new episode of All Things Good and Nerdy.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to episode 341 of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. This is recorded live on Sunday, December 23rd, 2018. We got one more left in 2018, I think. One more, potentially.
Yep. One more time.
You can't do any more of that.
Well, that's all I want to do because that's all I know.
That's fair. So, we do have a full house today. I'm Chris. Joining me as per normal, we've got Anthony.
Hell yeah.
And he's having some orange juice this morning.
I'm having navy orange juice, you motherfuckers.
I don't know what that means.
That means screwdriver, bitch.
I kind of
Tito's and orange juice.
Oh, Tito's.
We're doing Drunk December, motherfucker, up in here.
And that's Willie Nelson, of course. Not the Willie Nelson, but our Willie Nelson, who's here too.
But our Willie Nelson.
Aww. That's me. I feel so...
Willie, you don't have pigtails. You can't be the Willie Nelson.
I mean, I did it one time for Halloween.
You could do your beard out into pigtails.
The inverse Nelson?
The inverse Nelson. That's this week's episode title right there.
Elseworlds Nelson. Keep it comics.
And joining us, we do have a special guest. First appearance on the show. You guys are familiar with Sailor Poland from the chat room. Well, here's Peter G, a.k.a. Sailor Poland, joining us today.
Hello, how's it going?
Well, welcome to our
Good
hell.
morning.
Yeah,
welcome to the pit.
Yeah, 300 pounds of Poland, I can take it.
Now, the problem is now you're going to know how all the sausage is made on this show.
The question is, can you?
You know what? That reminds me of my Friday night.
Uh-oh, somebody did something bad to Willie.
Willie, tell us more.
In this news,
I'm sorry. Do you guys not understand how a joke works?
I assumed that you were wanting to have a confessional moment about something that happened over your weekend.
I was assuming a 300-pound Polish man did something to him, and he's scared now.
Well, I went to a wrestle match, and then they got the chicken wing pulled on me, and it was not fun.
Like pro wrestling or amateur wrestling?
Wait, like the cross-face chicken wing? Like Bob Backlund?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I thought you
would
get that.
Right there.
I know. I had to think fast, but that's the first thing that popped in my head for some reason.
Motherfucking cross-face chicken wing. God damn.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop this joke though right now. This train has come to its end.
We got Willie to put the brakes on.
Willie tapped out of a joke.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Less than 5 minutes into a show, Willie tapped out of a joke. Are you ill? Are you ill?
No, it's a 7. So I did get about 7.5 hours plus. I didn't get much sleep Friday night. That's the problem. So my brain is kind of catching up, and I got enough sleep last night, but just enough.
Man, I'll tell you guys what. I've been on vacation.
Bachman kept me up.
Bachman kept you up, huh?
Fucking Willie leaving me and fucking whoever that dude was after only one fucking match.
Is this Dead by Daylight?
Yeah, we were playing some Dead by Daylight, but the computer system did not want to fucking put us in a match. It took us like 20 minutes to get a match. The match we had was good with the three of us, but yeah, the matchmaking did not want to put us in. I think it was because Willie's rank is so high from ours now again, to where the rank separation makes it hard for the matching system to find a somewhat even match.
So what you're saying is Willie is a lot better at Dead by Daylight than you guys.
Yes.
I'm going to say no to that. Not at all. Like, I lose a lot. Like, I don't know why my rank is so high up there. I guess because you don't go up in rank by just, being good or not, because obviously I'm not, but you just have to do objectives. That's all you have to really do, and that's what I focus on.
Willie always seems to do well enough that even in the matches where we lose and he does poorly, he still doesn't D-rank, so he doesn't lose points. In the matches where I get ganked at the beginning, I usually end up dying before I make enough progress to where I actually lose rank. So yeah, I'm still not as good at the game as Willie, but I'm getting much better.
I did also learn that Willie's pretty good at Super Smash Bros. As he handed me my ass last weekend.
Oh, did he Kirbyfy you?
Man, I did okay when I was playing with Link because that's who I primarily play as. But then when I started playing randomly, woo!
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
No, it was funny. I didn't mind. There's nothing wrong
I felt
with
bad.
it.
I did feel bad.
There's no reason to feel bad. I was having fun.
That's why I started just going random. Like, hopefully, it just gives me a character I don't know nothing about.
It was entertaining, Willie. I was happy to play the game with you. I have gotten a use out of my $20 Nintendo Online subscription. And a side note, I did find out if you haven't played a game in a while, it does not automatically back up your save game to the cloud. So you need to load said game, and then it will back up your save file. Because I hadn't played Zelda in about 8 months, and it did not back up my Zelda save game until I opened Zelda and then forced it to.
Oh, that's because Nintendo has its thumb right on the pulse of what it needs to fucking do.
Yeah.
On the pulse up their ass.
Nintendo Online, not great.
Oh, come on. Nintendo's finally joined at least the 21st century. They're making progress.
Well,
they got to wait.
What do you mean?
At least they're in.
What did they do to join?
Well, it started with Splatoon. I mean, yeah, it was only 2 whole maps you could get at any given time, but at least they were trying to go with the online thing.
Okay, they dipped their toe in there, and they still fucked that up because how do you talk to people on Splatoon online?
Nintendo has traditionally been at least 20 years behind the curve, so you don't expect miracles.
Now they're only about 10.
No
Yeah,
one's
but-
ever done that, where you have to use your phone.
Set them back in 15.
Yeah, you're better off using Discord or Skype or something like that to talk with your friends if you're playing with them and partying up. It's easier than using the Nintendo app.
Yeah, because that was the first time I used it, and it was weird because I used the Nintendo Switch app, and so did Chris. I was about to message you, hey, I'm using this for chat, but you were already on it, thankfully. Yeah, every time you leave a match to do another one, it will actually pull you out of the chat and then put you back in when you're in the lobby.
What was actually really cool, though, on that app, which if you're going to do it through an app, I guess you need to do it this way. As soon as I joined your private room on the Switch, it gave me a notification on my phone that said, hey, basically you can use the Nintendo app to talk to your friend. That was kind of cool. So literally you just had to click a button and boop, it brings the app up, and there I was in the room. So it's clunky and doesn't make sense, and there's absolutely no reason they could not do chat on the Switch. We know this because you can chat in Fortnite on the Switch right now. So it's just a Nintendo limitation that makes me scratch my head.
It's like Wheatley says in Portal 2, baby steps.
Yeah. Let's be honest, though. Nintendo gives literally zero craps about that because how many Switches have they sold in the last year? How many copies of Super Smash Bros. Did they sell? They don't care.
Oh, yeah, they won't ever care.
They don't care. As long as the system works well enough for them to tout it as an online system, which they can do right now, they don't care. And you know what? If I were them, I probably wouldn't care either because I'm making money hand over fist.
I never understood that phrase.
I don't understand it either. We could go and look it up, but I don't care. I'm lazy.
I don't know where I was going with that joke.
I don't know, Willie.
Nobody does.
I'm off center today.
You're
Last
off
week
center.
I was on fire. That southern voice, man.
Willie,
that character was awesome.
Willie, that was the chlamydia, not you.
I got that cleared up. Thank you.
Sorry, that was uncalled for. I apologize, Willie.
I got rid of that one. I got rid of the ex-wife.
Jeez. I don't even know where to go from there.
Chris, you always know where to go from there.
You just want me to hit the button? Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying. I'm just saying that's what you usually do.
Push the button.
Live
Frank.
from the ATGN Studios on the internet. It's the news of the week.
So welcome to the News of the Week portion of the show. It's where we run down, at least in our minds, what is some of the most interesting, geeky, and or nerdy news to have popped up in the past week. I have not had my fingers on the pulse of geekdom this week. I only know a few things because I've literally been not at work and sitting on the couch playing video games the last week. So I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, rub it in, why don't you?
I can keep speaking to the fact that I am doing that until January 3rd, 2019.
I can't blame you.
Yeah, don't have to go to work until then. But
How did you get the first and second?
Polish ass.
I have to work tomorrow.
The first is
Ugh.
a holiday, and the second I just took off, I think.
Wait. Are you telling me
First is a
the
federal holiday.
government, I did not realize it was a federal, because I mean, I never worked federally, so I've always had to work on it was, I think I'm pretty sure I got off or something, but it was never like the place closes down. God, why is this a holiday?
We get Christmas Day and New Year's Day off.
Yep.
Government holidays.
And then I got Thanksgiving Day and day after Thanksgiving this year also.
Is the government hiring for any unskilled workers like me?
Well, never mind. I can't make that joke. We're not allowed to talk politics on here.
And I'm not allowed to talk about my job, but yes, the answer is yes. Very much yes.
Well,
where do I need to go?
Once the government's no longer shut down, perhaps.
Any state agency you can apply because, they don't care about skill.
Yes. Willie's getting this government job. Moving on
man,
up.
They'll take half your paycheck, but you have some nice fucking benefits.
We'll get into that a little later. I probably have to show because now I have questions. But we'll go on to it. Who wants to start with the news of the week?
Wait, is Willie running shit again?
I'm gonna let him go with it. He knows what he's doing right now. He's a seasoned veteran, Willie.
Yeah, I just had nowhere. We were just rambling in a bad way, not in our usual good way. So at least that's how I feel. So
Bachman, why don't you kick us off?
I'm not giving my A game.
Bachman, kick us off then.
All right, we're gonna start with some good news this week because that's what we actually like to hear occasionally.
Only occasionally, though. We can't handle it.
Only occasionally. Weekend box office. Aquaman is eyeing $68 million while Bumblebee and Mary Poppins battle for number 2. We got a Hollywood Reporter article and got the update from the Box Office Mojo. Excuse me. Warner Bros. Aquaman easily came in Friday number 1 with $28 million from over 4,000 theaters, projected for $68 million for the weekend. Overseas, let's see, in the Hollywood article, they put the superhero pick has already amassed $350 million, including $214 million from China, where it launched 2 weeks ago. So over $200 million in China already. So basically, Jason Momoa is kicking ass worldwide. The actual update on Box Office Mojo, they have it estimated for $28 million for Friday, including $9 million from preview grosses. 32.7 million cumulative gross, as the studio did not apply the 4.7 million from the Amazon Prime screenings, so that's not even in the numbers, which that was another almost $5 million. So pure Friday gross 19 million, removing the 9 million from previews. So it looks like it's on track with the first Transformer. So those are like seriously good numbers. And then when you actually look at the Aquaman page on Box Office Mojo, right now it's sitting at, they're showing domestically, they're estimating 72.1 million for the first weekend, 410.7 foreign, so $482 million. So by the time the first weekend of Aquaman is done in the States, Aquaman will have cleared almost $500 million worldwide. Holy shit. This is the guy in the shiny orange suit that we made fun of for 30 years. And now you can't make fun of him because it's fucking Jason Momoa. And the New Zealand boys get together and do a haka at the premiere and scare the fuck out of the white people. And now motherfuckers are scared of Aquaman. And I love it. Did y'all see that video?
What's a haka?
That's the... I want to get it correct. I can't remember if it's New Zealand or Maori dance. It's the one that they do at the start of rugby matches. The... what's the team? The All Blacks?
Whoa!
That is the name of the team, motherfucker. But yeah, it's I can't remember if it's just a Polynesian war dance or if it's specifically Maori. But yeah, it's called the haka. And yeah, Jason Momoa, 2 of his kids, and all of the people of Polynesian descent, as far as I know from the Aquaman movie, did the haka at the premiere. And there's a video of it. It's fucking amazing because it's a badass just fucking war dance anyways. But when they do the start of it, Jason Momoa is like walking through them all and he's carrying the Aquaman trident. And then when he gets all fucking jacked up and pumped during it, he ends up busting the trident over his knee and just fucking screaming. It's fantastic. Aquaman is no longer a joke, people. He was a joke for a very long time. It was the kid that talked to fish and he wore an orange shirt and he was funny looking. But yeah, they've done a hell of a thing. They've made Aquaman worldwide a $500 million movie, and I'm just stoked. I can't wait. I'm gonna go see it. Probably not opening weekend because it's DC, and I'm not giving them any opening weekend money. But I'm thinking Tuesday. I'll go see a cheap matinee.
So my fiance and I are talking about going to go see Wet Thor, as it's come to be called by many
Wet
now.
Thor?
Yeah, Wet Thor. We'll probably go this next weekend. I've read
that.
a few reviews that have mostly been spoiler-free. I didn't want to get spoiled. It seems to be a mixed bag.
I've seen, well, I mean, most of my Twitter follows and Instagram follows online are mostly people in comic book business. And from what I've seen, everybody of all of them have enjoyed it. So I haven't seen anybody actually coming down on it hard on my social media.
I'd like to see Warner Brothers and Disney team up, call it Jason Moana or something like that.
Ooh, I don't know, because then you have to replace The Rock.
Just
And I
put
don't know
both
about
of
that.
them in there.
No, you have both of them in it.
He'll be in there.
Yeah, you have Jason Momoa play Moana, and then it's Jason Momoa and The Rock together in a movie.
God,
He's got the hair for it.
That movie theater would be wetter than Aquaman.
Okay, now that's just uncouth.
uncouth.
I
That's
said
just
what I
vodka.
said. All words are made up. Don't you fucking correct me. I just made up a new
Girls
word.
got needs too. Girls got needs too. That's all I'm saying.
Damn right.
Hey, like I was saying in the pre-show, my fiance was talking about the fact that all the ladies she works with and stuff were like, "Oh, I want to go see that Aquaman movie because Jason Momoa is so hot." And I was like, "Yeah, we've been there. That's why I wanted to see some Scarlett Johansson movies back in the day. I admit it."
I was going to say, how many of us have seen movies just because of the female lead? I used to do it all the time. You know, it's like, yeah, it may be a bad movie, but at least she was cute. So,
Well, and this has Amber Heard in a green bodysuit, so I'm there just for that.
You know what? I think I'm weird in this because I have never seen a movie just like, ooh, she's hot. I want to see her in this movie. Am I weird for
I
that?
did not go to see Into the Blue for the plot. I went to see it because of Jessica Alba.
No, that is the plot.
Willie,
Yeah,
pull it
the
off
plot-
the shelf now.
The plot of that movie is Jessica Alba in a bikini. That was the plot.
Wait,
Oh, in that case, I didn't miss anything. Great.
oh,
That
oh my
movie was
god! I just
great.
remember the joke when I first saw the trailer for that movie way back when. I think when Resident Evil came out. Oh my god! I remember it was like, oh, so this movie is Jessica Alba's ass.
Yeah. And
I
it's
came up with that joke
fantastic.
from so long ago.
I've seen that movie at least 10 times.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest here. A lot of movies are predicated on the fact that, hey, actor or actress X or Y is super attractive. That will help put asses in seats. It's not unheard of.
Well,
this
let's
is not
be
new.
honest. Ex Machina was a fantastic film. It was one of the best films of, 2016, 2017? It was one of the best films of the year that it was made in. The acting in it is spectacular. The writing was amazing. The special effects were killer. I would have seen that movie just to see fucking Alicia Vikander naked. Because that woman is gorgeous.
The Tomb Raider.
I
Yeah,
think
the new
my
Tomb Raider.
problem was I just didn't care that much about the plot. That's why the story. I just didn't really care enough about the story.
That was a good AI morality tale. That was
I'm
like
not-
some classic Ray Bradbury shit that Ray Bradbury didn't write. Like
I'm
that
not
was
saying
what
it's-
was amazing.
Yeah, it was good, but it just didn't stand out for me. That's all.
Honestly, I loved it. I thought the story was incredible.
I did buy it on Blu-ray, so they got
I
the
own it on
money from
Blu-ray.
it.
Yeah, like that's one of those movies where even if the script had been awful, I probably would have seen it if someone told me that Alicia Vikander was naked in it, because that is a gorgeous woman.
Well, she doesn't have what I like, so
That's true. She's not in the Willie camp.
Did you say cam or camp? I'm very confused.
I
would
said
not
camp.
either.
Okay.
I mean, would I say no? Hell no.
Well, he'd watch her on cam. Yeah, he'd do that. But yeah,
No, I would. That's a waste of time. You think I watch live cams? Is that what you're telling me?
yes.
He thinks you do a live cam.
That's
Yes.
too much. That gets
Willie
my
cam.
anxiety way up to like, oh shoot, do they know I'm watching them? That's fucking weird. Oh, I can't handle this. I'm not gonna fucking donate to them ever. So what? Anxiety, man.
Well, we just learned so much about Willie.
I don't know how we took this turn today.
Neither
Bachman.
do I. But
It
Jason
worries me.
Momoa's hot, and that's all we need to know. And
Yeah.
he's
I don't get it.
$500 million worth of hot.
I mean, I get it, but it's not. I don't find it attractive.
That's up to you. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that.
Although, yeah, I do kind of find it attractive. There.
Yeah, see, you know it. It's true.
So I have enjoyed all of the comments on the Men in Black International trailer where people are like, bisexual feelings rising whenever they watch it because they're both pretty.
Yeah, that's a duo that, wow. That's, lordy.
You mean Men in Black, a.k.a. Thor and Valkyrie Rise Again?
It's Thor Ragnarok 2, which is what I actually want to talk about. Is if you guys hadn't seen it, the Men in Black International trailer dropped this week.
Segway.
I know. And
it's Asgardian in suits.
Yeah, it's not exactly a movie I'd been looking forward to. Is one I kind of scratched my head and went, why are they doing a Men in Black spinoff? And then I remembered the cast was, Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. This could be fun. And I remembered, they're both pretty hilarious in Thor Ragnarok. So I was cautiously optimistic. Then that trailer came out and I was like, damn, I want to see this movie. It looks just like more of the Men in Black hijinks from 1997 continued on today with just Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson in there playing the roles. I'm totally on board. And Liam Neeson.
But do you know what it's missing?
Frank the Pug.
Oh,
yeah. And Tony Shalhoub. And also Tony
Frank the Pug was great.
Tony Shalhoub needs to. Hopefully, he is a cameo in there. As his,
Was he in all three of the originals?
I don't know. I think so. But what it's missing is it's missing some Channing Tatum and some Jonah Hill. For that Men in Black 21 Jump Street crossover that never happened. Why were they going to do that?
It's got Tessa Thompson in a suit. It's not missing shit.
You reference that crossover, and I just see Sailor Bullet's face. He's like, oh.
Who over there thought of that idea is what I want to know, and actually, made noise enough for it to actually go to news sites.
Now, here's the one that I want: Alien versus Predator versus Men in Black. Make that happen.
I'm actually surprised that hasn't been a comic book yet. It should be, because they're all comic book property.
I don't know if I want that to be a serious movie or a comedy or some kind of combination.
It should be like the Men in Black. It should be both.
But I mean, when I think Predator, I want to see some badass shit, and I'm like, I want some seriousness. And
yeah, but Predators also had some good, funny jokes in them with the Shane Black lines. There's usually fairly, they're not comedies, but there's some good fucking one-liners in them.
I'm a sexual tyrannosaurus.
So are we going to get, in this proposed crossover, Liam Neeson on a telephone threatening someone?
Well, of course.
Okay.
As long as we're not delving into the mythos of the characters, fine. That was the worst part of Predator, or the last Predator movie. Predator
I haven't seen the new...
Predator works best as just a monster where he's out to just kill. Instead, trying to present, we have the society and we're trying to advance other societies and stuff like that. It's like, no, you're a massively overpowered hunter who's picking on people who are weaker than you. Stick with that. Don't give us all of this.
I'm there with you to a point, but what I didn't care was like, why did this one Predator care about humans? That made no sense to me. Even when they said it, like, that still makes no sense to me.
Right. Yeah. It's like, no, just stick with it as it's an action setup. You don't know what's going on. All you're doing is you're caught in the middle and you're trying to survive. Run with that and you got a hit.
But the movie was actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed it. It's a fun watch.
I got too hung up on the plot. It wasn't making any sense to me.
That's more than fair. But the other Predator was badass. I liked his design.
But
I still need to see the new one.
You need to.
So we'll step back a sec. Men in Black International. Thumbs up, thumbs down if you guys had to say your viewing potential at this point in time.
Thumb sideways.
Two thumbs up.
The trailer didn't really hit anything that's like, ooh, for me.
Hemsworth and Thompson in suits. I'm there.
Yeah, I need more than that, man.
Oh, and just so you know, Tony Shalhoub was Jeeves in 1 and 2, and he is the uncredited newsstand vendor in 1969 in Men in Black 3. So Tony Shalhoub has been in all of them so far.
So there you go.
So hopefully he has a cameo in part 4.
How about you, Peter? Are you on board for this one?
I don't. I've been misled by trailers before, so I've learned not to get too excited. So it's. I mean, if you think about this, could be another heavy segue. I saw the motion teaser for Sonic the Hedgehog, and oh my God, no. I'm an OG Sonic the Hedgehog fan. I mean, I had the cartridge before I even had a Genesis, just because I would rent the unit once in a while, and this way I had it with me. And I stayed away mostly because the fandom is so messed up. But seeing this poster, this is the first time I've ever seen the fandom united about anything Sonic the Hedgehog, and all of it is just no. So
It's all about the legs.
Yeah, trailers are an iffy thing with me. It's the Detective Pikachu one that's got me excited to see it, but there's also an awareness that I might only be seeing like the best parts of the movie because the whole point of it is to get you interested in watching it. So it doesn't necessarily reflect the quality of the product.
That's supposed to be the point of the trailer, unless you've seen the trailer for A Dog's Journey, which shows you all 3 acts of an entire film to where you don't need to go see the fucking movie at all.
Glass House did it too. The entire movie is condensed in that 2.5-minute trailer.
Thank God they don't do that with some things because, sorry to bother you, they did not reveal any of that twist in their trailer. And if you guys haven't seen it yet, it's fucking nuts the twist you get in that.
Well, I still need to watch that. I've heard good
It's
stuff.
on Hulu if you guys have Hulu right now.
Oh, I do have Hulu.
I do too.
Sorry to bother you is really
I'll allow it
good.
this time. You can bother me this time.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sorry, that was a dumb joke. I'll back on out, everybody.
Back away slowly. Don't make any sudden moves. No, we noticed your joke sucked.
So did I.
Man,
That's rare.
That was brutal. That was painful.
That was vodka talking.
I'm not on today, guys. I'm sorry.
But
This
you
is
know
not my
what's
best episode.
So what's not painful, I'm going to do a brief segue into the news of the week. I found out that on Google Play Music, Spotify, and all sorts of things, you too can listen to A Very Spidey Christmas from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Wait, just the one song, or did they actually put out the album?
There are 5 tracks on this CD.
That's not bad. When I saw that they listed like an 18-track album in the movie, I fucking got a good giggle out of that.
I don't know how many tracks are actually on it. Maybe they only have 5 on Google Play Music. But yes, you can listen to A Very Spidey Christmas.
But the fact that they did any of
this is a joke in the
Idiom's
movie?
full song, it's a joke inside the Spider-Verse.
Okay, I haven't seen it yet. I want to. I just haven't had a chance.
Oh, it's so good, dude. It's so fucking good.
It does look good.
Yeah, speaking as an animator, the art direction and directing in that thing is phenomenal. You've never seen an animated film like this, and it's beautiful. If for no other reason than just to see how the movie is executed, you need to see it.
That's why I want to see it mostly, is because of the animation style.
I mean, the plot is great also, and it's not just that. When I talk about the art direction, like you have the noir Spider-Man, each of the characters is animated in a different style. Penny Parker has done it in a chibi anime style. The noir Spider, and it all fits. Even Peter Parker is a little odd because he's a cartoon character, but he still fits in with the mix really well. So it really is. I compare it to the Amazing World of Gumball with its mix of styles, but I couldn't take Gumball. I couldn't really watch it. It was just too overwhelming to me. This actually fits together and works. So if for no other reason than just to see what the medium is capable of, Into the Spider-Verse is fantastic. Great story, but if you appreciate animation, it has a whole other level to it.
I hope it's making more money than Venom. I hope.
It will. It will.
God, I hope so. Did you see what was the Venom director or whatever coming out and saying the reason that critics didn't like it is because they're too old and not young and hip, basically?
That's because he doesn't know how to make a Venom movie.
I was like, no. Just because your movie made a bunch of money, it doesn't mean it's good.
Let me go kick him swiftly in the nuts.
On video already.
Yeah, I still can't believe that movie made as much money as it did. I am taking a shot there. I fully acknowledge that, but I'm really bummed about the fact that it means they're probably gonna not let Marvel keep doing what they're doing with Spider-Man and then fuck it up now.
More than likely, Sony will do another one.
Don't worry about that. And I'm still pissed I'm not going to see a Silver Sable movie out of this. So,
yeah, we could have gotten a Black Cat movie too, which could have been interesting.
Wait, they canceled those?
Yeah, they still didn't have a script like a week before they were supposed to start shooting, so they put it into turnaround. So it ain't happening.
I'm okay with that. Yay! I'm happy they did that.
Not me. I was a fan of Silver Sable for a while, so it's like seeing her on the screen would have been interesting. But
I'll give you that. But the problem is, they would have done it probably in the style of Venom.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Building Spider-Man movies.
Venom.
Building Spider-Man movies in the Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man involved Sony's fucking things up.
Yeah, well, you got to consider who's actually making the movie. It's part of the reason I haven't even bothered with the 13th Doctor, because it's still mostly the people who worked under Moffat's reign, and I didn't like what Moffat did with the show. So it's like, well, the show's a hit. They're going to keep doing what he did. So I'll just be over here watching my old DVDs. You guys have fun.
I was laughing this morning because one of the guys I follow on Twitter is from the UK. He's a big film guy. He has lots of opinions and stuff. And he was just savaging Doctor Who because they tweeted from their official account, "We're back next year with a new scarf." And like they gave her like the knitted long scarf too. And he's like, if this is how you're going to promote your product, this is a problem. If this is your big promotion,
need to promote it. It's Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Like normally, I'm gonna have to disagree with Suncast in the chat over here, where he says the CGI and Venom design just looked terrible. I'm gonna disagree with that. Venom looked awesome until he opened his fucking mouth and started talking. That's when the writing came out. I was like, oh no.
Well, when the writing comes out, it has nothing to do with whether or not the CGI looks good.
And it did. I thought it looked awesome.
There are scenes where it looks good. There are other scenes where it was awful. The villain battle at the end of the movie is two CGI shiny black characters slamming into each other. It looked like a fucking Michael Bay Transformer film. You couldn't tell anything was happening. It was just noise and shiny CGI.
There's right and wrong ways to do giant CGI battles. I mean, and who would have thought that? Not who would have thought, but look at one of the right ways, and that was Hulk and Thanos in Infinity War. It was only like a minute-long fight, but it was still well done.
Yep.
Oh, because one's big and green, one's purple with gold armor.
Right, but they didn't try. They didn't try and hide it in the shadows, though.
And if the main character of your film is Venom, you don't make the other fucking villain anywhere near him in color scheme. You make Riot fucking purple and yellow. You fucking change his color scheme so they don't look the same.
Sorry, Peter, we cut you
off.
Yeah,
that's okay. I was going to say that was kind of my problem with the first two Transformers movies, because the animated series, when Prime and Megatron were fighting, you could tell who was who because they looked distinctly different. In the movie, the cuts were so fast and the models were so similar, I had trouble telling which one was which. And so I'm like, I couldn't really get into the fight scene because I couldn't tell who the hell I was supposed to be rooting for in this thing.
My experience with the first Transformers is even worse than that, because I had to sit in the very front row to the right.
Ugh.
Oh.
So I was like, something's going on up there.
Yeah, it was shiny metal slamming into shiny metal.
I thought Optimus Prime was supposed to be blue and red. I see no blue and red in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Godzilla with his rubber suits did it so much better, and they had a fraction of the budget. And that's because they had personality and they knew how to actually frame a fight scene.
And how amazing is it that it was a guy in a rubber suit?
Well, I mean, that's what they had to do.
But that's the thing. You got Godzilla. Godzilla actually you understood what made him tick. You understood that he wasn't necessarily a good guy or a bad guy, because there's movies where he's out to destroy humanity. There's movies where he's out to save humanity. No matter what, you understood him, what he was doing, and why he was doing it. With Transformers, I just like, why? I don't get why any of this is happening.
How do you not understand? The Allspark. What about the Allspark? The Allspark!
Oh, yeah!
What does it do?
He didn't have to go through all that. I mean, I have like 3 of them from Walmart. They're just for around the house.
Wait, are you telling me Megatron's been frozen on Earth for how many years?
And that's how we got cell phones?
You should have been here for the pre-show. I was bitching up a storm about Transformers 2. The basic math. Oh God.
I don't even remember Transformers 2.
Oh, lucky you.
That's also fair.
No, seriously, I really don't remember. I know Megan Fox was in that one. It was before she got fired. What the hell was that movie about?
It was about Transformers.
Yeah, there were robots that changed.
I think I've made my point.
Oh, that's right. They had the racist wrong. Yeah, and they fucking ruined Devastator. Oh yeah, it's coming back now. Why would you do that to me?
I was actually rooting for the one twin that got sucked up by Devastator. When he got sucked up, I'm like, yes, one of them's gone. And when he survived, I'm like, shit.
No, that was not a joke. I literally forgot about it. Like, I could not remember anything. till I started really trying to remember. Jesus.
You can't blame me for running your brain like that. You should have just let it go.
Yeah.
All right, listen here. Don't let me start singing some Disney.
Just let it go, Willie. Just let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. What's the other words? I'm going to look this up.
No, let's not. Let's not. No.
I'm doing
I
it.
don't think anybody even knows the rest of the lyrics. I think that's all they know.
That's probably true. Hey, Willie, what do you got for your news?
Let it go lyrics.
God damn it. I was hoping to get out of that.
Can't hold it back anymore. See how that did change the whole thing. I don't even know if that's how the melody goes. Whatever. My news of the week is Alfonso. I cannot know how to pronounce his last name. How do you pronounce it?
Ribeiro.
That's it. What they said. He apparently he's been blind since like 2011 when video games start putting the Carlton dance in video games, because that's when they started doing it. Probably maybe even before that. I don't know. But apparently he saw Fortnite doing it. He's like, you know what? Fuck Fortnite. Let's give them suing. They can't do my dance. Is this possible? Is this actually a legal thing that he can do?
Well, you can try and sue for anything.
I know,
he's going to have a big problem because he never defended it before with other games that used it, and so it's been shown that he didn't address the previous copyright issues. So legally, they can say, "Hey, he didn't attack Rift. He didn't attack." I don't know if World of Warcraft had one. He didn't go after those other companies, then they can use that as precedent.
Yeah, Destiny.
Yeah, they can use that as precedent that hey, he let those other companies use it without saying anything. Why can't we?
Well, here's what you got to keep in mind. The U.S. Copyright Office, you can copyright all kinds of shit, but they have actively refused to copyright dances precisely because of things like this happening. Because there's so many ways to like change the interpretation, and they just don't want to deal with the quagmire. So there's enough differences. It's kind of like how Ice Ice Baby is not under pressure. Same thing with
It's the only difference.
Yeah. It was enough to get him out of the lawsuit. What can you say?
It's true.
And that's what they're claiming with this.
I'm gonna say I'm a little hot and bothered by your use of word quagmire. I like that. My nipples got perked up.
God damn it!
Put on the Hawaiian shirt first.
Why, Willie? Why?
It caught me in a weird way. I don't know. I can't tell you why.
To get you to facepalm. That's the only reason why, Chris. To get you to facepalm.
I didn't even think that was going to happen, but I mean, I can't help my body react to the way it does. Man, don't take away my sexuality.
I'm not trying to take away any of your sexuality or kink shame you or anything. I'm just trying to understand.
Me too.
Well,
let's explore this together, Chris.
Well, there's another angle to Ribeiro's lawsuit that everyone's overlooking. Ribeiro has admitted in interviews that he stole the Carlton. He said that he got part of it from Courtney Cox's dance and Dancing in the Dark. It's basically a combination of 4 different things. So if he stole it, what's he doing bitching about someone stealing from him? Turnabout's fair play.
Not when you're Carlton, man. He's trying to stay rich. Uncle Phil ain't paying his bills no more.
He won Dancing with the Stars. What more does he need?
I didn't even know that.
Wait.
That was one of his things that helped him win the trophy. Was doing the Carlton or incorporating.
That's because nobody watches that show because there are no stars on it.
And that's another question. Would he himself own the right to the dance, or would it be the studio who ran the show? Like it's owned by the show, isn't it?
Yeah, it could be a work for hire thing, maybe. See, this is what I mean when I say that the Copyright Office doesn't want to touch dances because it's like.
Say it again. Yeah. Say it again, please.
What?
Huh?
You know what got me. Say it again.
Giggity.
No, because I only see one of your hands, and I am not saying anything until I see both.
No, you see this hand, and this hand's always Bob Barkering.
Oh, you got hand checked. You got straight up hand checked, Willie. No giggity for you.
If my hand was on my dick, I would not have a problem with letting you guys know.
Okay, that logic tracks, sadly.
It's true.
It's true.
Damn true.
I was talking about Quagmire, though.
We know.
Yeah, the guy who dresses like Dale on Rescue Rangers, right?
It's a fashion
Dale
choice.
Rescue Rangers. He dresses just like Dale on Rescue Rangers.
I love the Rescue Rangers. Chip, 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 and Dale.
Rescue Rangers.
Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, when you're in trouble, call DW.
And now we're jumping to another one.
I know my
Darkwing Duck.
I want more Darkwing Duck.
I'll pass on Darkwing Duck if I can get a new season of Gargoyles out of it.
Ooh.
We can rewrite history
Man, I
or
would
solve
kill
a
for more Gargoyles.
mystery. DuckTales.
Woohoo. Can't do anymore. We'll get sued.
I'm sure
That might have been too much already.
What is Disney going to sue us? Oh,
I'm not afraid of a cease and desist. I've got one already. I want to add to my collection.
Yeah, we'll just get a cease and desist, and we'll just cease and desist it, and they're like, okay, you did it, so there. Yeah. But we did it in the first place.
We're not monetizing this podcast. I know that because I haven't gotten a fucking ATGN check yet, so they can't say shit.
It's true. And I've put in a lot of work into this. I show up Sundays.
Ease up on the word work. Easy.
I'm sorry. My comedic genius is lit.
Who just said they were off today?
Well, that's because I gave 500% last week. That's how happy I was with last week's episode.
Willie, I think you're just stupid.
All right. I don't need the ghost of Naki.
Yes, you do. We all do. I always said last week was 85% at best. You can do better.
You're a jackass.
Yeah, and a jackass with vodka.
But yeah, so Carlton, what the fuck's wrong with you? Why don't you go try and shoot somebody again in like a very special episode? There was a very special episode where he was going to go shoot somebody.
He was going to shoot someone in an episode of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Well, there's an episode where Carlton gets a gun?
Yes.
Yep. He has it with him in the hospital.
He gets glocked up.
I must have missed that one. Holy shit.
Yeah, I forget what the cause of it was. Remember Will was in the hospital for something?
They got mugged.
Yeah, he got mugged.
Got
Carlton felt unsafe, so he had a gun.
Oh, that's right.
And he couldn't dance his way out of his troubles. So sad.
Yeah, because I was going to make a suing joke, but I can't think of it.
Well, I mean, Beverly Hills is a dangerous neighborhood. You got to be protected in there. You never know when you're going to get mugged in Beverly Hills.
I mean, I know. Well, no, I feel very safe in Beverly Hills because that's where Axel Foley's keeping me safe on the streets.
No, he's back
in
Detroit. He only pops up once in a while.
I don't know. You got to look out for Ivan Drago's wife, though. She'll shoot your ass.
You know what? I still wouldn't say no to it.
Really? Have you seen Creed 2? She looks more like Dolph Lundgren than Dolph Lundgren.
Actually, no. Not the last thing I remember seeing her in was the Surreal Life thing
with Flavor Flav.
Yeah. Oh yeah. wait, no, I still wouldn't. She fucked Flavor Flav. No, no, never mind. He's got something. I know that.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but y'all, the scariest thing in Creed 2 is her.
Oh, that's not very nice.
I thought you were calling something Flavor Flav there.
I'm sorry, but time has not been nice. Time has been cruel to that woman.
How the fuck do you even spell her name? I'm gonna look this up. Her in Creed 2.
Mrs. X Stallone.
While Willie is looking that up, Peter, do you have a news story for us this week?
Yes, I do. So I'm new to y'all, and I know most of you are new to me. But anybody who's read like my usual stuff knows that I have a weird fascination with Wizard World, just because it's. I've been expecting Wizard to drop for like 5 years. I'm firmly convinced that at the heat death of the universe, it's going to be the cockroaches, Starbucks, and Wizard. Yeah. And Wizard's back in the news. They just released their statement here. Let's see. First, they've legally changed their name to Wizard Entertainment, which they keep trying to take bites at that apple and it doesn't work. They had Con TV and they wound up selling almost everything they own in that to Cinedigm. So why they're jumping back, I don't know. But let's see. For third quarter of this year, Wizard had a loss of $448,000. So they've actually seen an increase in how much money they're pulling in from each con, but because there's fewer and fewer cons that they're doing now. They were supposed to have like 12 of them for next year. They're down to 8, not counting the Ghostbusters Fan Fest. So you're just wondering how they're continuing. Let's see. Their filing said converting some debts to equity would improve the balance sheet. No shit. And they issued 5.1 million shares of non-interest-bearing convertible preferred stock to two people in exchange for them dropping their debt claims against them. The debt claims were over $709,000 each. So Wizard should have basically been gone 2 years ago. They've had a really bad history, and how they're still going, I don't know. But it's not looking better. That everybody's basically saying it's like we're in a good position because you have like Heroes Cons, the Sheamus brothers are getting back into the game. All these cons are expanding. Well, we've hit the saturation point. It's starting to contract again, and I just don't know what they're doing or how they're expecting to survive. So it's really a weird situation with them.
Yeah.
I mean, let's see, bringing this up, sales were down 15% to 4.47 million for the quarter from 5.23 from the same quarter a year ago. So it's still going down. They really have nothing bringing in cash. And remember, the whole reason they're operating is because the guy running the place, Mata, his private equity firm invested a bunch of money against Wizard assets. So sooner or later, he's going to wind up owning everything. I used to bash Wizard constantly, but with all the stuff that's been going on, I've stopped doing it because I know some people who work there, and it's not a good situation. No one likes working in a place where you're waiting for the death march to start. And I knew one guy. I was connected with him on LinkedIn, and he suddenly got promoted to a big position in there. I met him at Wizard World, and I did an interview with him for Bleeding Cool. And I was like, something about this doesn't seem right. And I sat on the interview, and like 3-4 weeks later, he was cut from the position completely. And as far as I can tell, he's dropped off the face of the earth. He's not even in the industry anymore.
Wow.
So Wizard is I don't know how they're continuing to survive. And as far as I'm aware, they've only turned a profit one quarter so far in like the last 2 years, I think. Don't hold me to that, but it's not looking good. And you see things like this, it's like, well, we're Wizard Entertainment. What do you think you're going to do? Nobody trusts your brand. There have been so many complaints about how they run their shows. And if you've ever been to like the Wizard World Chicago, it's like a flea market now. It's not really a comic convention. And they just continue to make it worse and worse. One of my friends went there. She wanted to meet the cast of Boy Meets World. You not only had to pay for your ticket and your autograph, but you had to pay a show fee for each one. I think it was $10 for the picture and $20 for the autograph. So Wizard is still pulling in even more from that. And that's not even a cost that she was aware of until she went up to get the pictures. So, yeah, they may be pulling in more money, but they're actually poisoning the well as far as people who actually want to trust. Yeah. The only one that was worse was Anime Central this year, and that's a story for another day. But yeah, Wizard even if you get the rights to the Wizard name, how are you going to put on a show? Because nobody trusts your show, nobody wants to deal with you. The name is poison in the field. Why would you even want these assets for this company now?
Yeah, we're past the days where Wizard was something that was a good thing, and people are like, oh, Wizard's doing this, I want to be there. Like, go back to the Wizard magazine days when they were doing things and they had the positive press, it seemed like. But nowadays,
they're all right over there. All the Wizard magazines are.
But here's the thing with them, though, and it really annoyed a lot of people locally, is what they did when they were on the upswing for a while. They went and bought up a bunch of cons, and then they jacked up the prices. And I can speak to that a little bit because there used to be a Pittsburgh Comic Con just up the road where Wizard went and bought them out to become Wizard World Pittsburgh or whatever. In the first year they put on the con, they moved to a new location, doubled the price on everything, and made the autographs and stuff even more expensive, just like Peter was describing. You had to buy a ticket, then you'd buy an autograph pass, then you had to buy something else in there. And everyone was like, well, hold on a second. Pittsburgh Comic Con, part of the reason we liked it is there's not a ton of draw to bring people to Pittsburgh. They were getting good stuff. It was at an affordable price. It was not on the high end of cons, and then Wizard came in, jacked the price up, so people went the first year and were like, yeah, this is not worth what I paid. And if you go on their website now, there is no Wizard World Pittsburgh anymore.
Well, it's even worse than that because the people that like in the Artist Alley, I know people, Wizard charges like $400 for a table in the Artist Alley, and no splitting is allowed, at least in Chicago.
Holy crap, that's crazy.
Damn.
Right, and the thing is that with the people that come in for the autographs, and I've heard this from vendors, I've heard this from the people in the Artist Alley, people come in and they spend all their money on the autographs and they have nothing left for anything else. So all these people who like bring in merchandise expecting to be able to sell it and get and recoup at least table or the $800 for the booth space, not counting tables. You actually have to pay for the tables in your booth space separately. They don't get it because people just don't have the cash. They come in there, they get their autographs from the celebrities, current or washed up, whichever it is, and then they bolt. So for a lot of people, Wizard is a losing proposition to even try to do a show at.
Yeah, it's a shame too, at least for my regards, because Pittsburgh Comic-Con was an awesome show until they got bought out. And there is another show that's twice a year, Steel City Con, that goes on, but Steel City Con here is more focused on like toy collectors and stuff like that. So you get less of the comic collector side of things. It's more toy collectors, and we're going to bring in a bunch of celebrities and have them autograph stuff, which is fine. I like it when Jason David Frank comes to town as much as the next guy, but I don't go to the cons for autographs, really. I went to go and troll through Artist Alley, to go and dig through long boxes to try and find stuff, and you don't get as much of that in a show that's more focused on toys than comics.
That's part of the reason I love C2E2. They at least, it still is becoming, because movies are such a big part of comics now, but they still at least try to do the comic book thing. They still at least bring in comic book artists. They still have publishers and everything there. So they at least put an effort into it, but Wizard is just cash and carry. It's, Heroes Con or Heroes and Villains Con, that's pretty much just an autograph thing. I mean, you go there, there's not really vendors. There's no kind of an artist alley. It's just a bunch of people from like the Arrowverse shows and stuff like that. But if that's what you're looking for, that's great. It doesn't try to present itself as anything else. Wizard is trying to present itself as this pop culture amalgamation, and it just isn't. Nobody who's actually got any weight in the industry wants anything to do with them.
Well, and they're just what San Diego is. They're media cons. They're no longer comic cons. They're media cons.
Mm-hmm.
They have very little, if anything at all, to do with comics.
Yeah, but the behind the scenes behavior of the creators is real interesting.
Well, I don't doubt that. I don't know. It's just a shame. I'm hoping that as Wizard potentially dies off, there's other things that come in and fill the gaps that their cons were doing, or at least in my case, I'd love to see the old Pittsburgh Comic Con come back. I mean, Action Labs is out of Pittsburgh. They have a built-in place for Action Labs to show up.
I mean, it used to be the Chicago Comic Con before it got bought by Wizard. I would love to see it go back to its roots. It may have been smaller, but it was a lot homier. And I'll tell you the truth, the Chicago Comic Con before it became Wizard, they used to have an entire section set aside for underground artists. That's how I met people like Phil Foglio. That's how I met the crew behind Lethargic Lad. It was, even people doing mini comics where you just photocopied them and stapled them together yourself and sold them for $0.25. You had real diversity. You had real talent that was just doing whatever it could. And it was beautiful. It was marvelous. It was the lifeblood it was the passion of the industry. And that passion has been supplanted as more money's gotten involved, which is just how it goes. But you always want to see it go back to those days.
But like you said, I don't think Wizard's ever truly going to die, which astounds me, because I thought they were dead 4 or 5 times over already.
Me too. I actually bet money that they were going to go under 2 years ago, and I lost. But then again, everybody lost because no one expected them to survive into this year. So
I say they ran the magazine at a loss for over 5 years. So
do they even make the magazine anymore? I thought they stopped.
Oh no, the magazine stopped. But yeah, it was at a loss. It lost money for 5 straight years before they canned it.
Look, Wizard was
last year there were. I was going to say last year there were plans to try and revive it as a print magazine, but it was but nothing ever came of it. There was all this talk. Yeah, we're going to revive the magazine. It's going to be in print and everything like that. And I'm waiting.
So, yeah, I thought I heard rumors that was possible.
Yeah, as someone who grew up reading that magazine and Toy Fair all the time, because Toy Fair was hilarious. It had Twisted Mego Theater in it. I would love to see some of those things come back. Twisted Mego Theater was fantastic. Spider-Man was such a dick in there, but it was great.
Dude, Dreamcasting. Dreamcasting in Wizard Magazine used to be the coolest thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and the people behind Twisted Toy Fair Theater, they're doing Robot Chicken and Super Mansion, so they're busy. And frankly, I don't think they're going to take the pay cut.
Didn't Seth Green hire all those guys?
Yeah,
probably. I don't know. I would love to see those magazines come back, if only just to indulge in my nostalgia a little bit.
Yeah, we've had enough of nostalgia.
I've got the collected toy, Twisted Toy Fairs, all of them, and those things are like gold to me. You couldn't give me to part with those if you stuck a gun to my head.
Oh yeah, I have a couple collections of them, but I don't have everything. But man, I loved those. Willie's like, I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Oh no!
I also have all my wizards for the drawing guides because they weren't all reprinted in the drawing guide books.
Oh, I know Wizard of the Coast.
Twice following any of this.
Different wizard, Willie. Different.
I
Wizard.
know. That's the joke. But I will say, you mentioned, was it Super Mansion? Was that was it called? That's actually not a bad show. I like it.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Bryan Cranston's in it.
I got to interview 3 of the people who work on the show last year. They are just insane, and they just give each other so much shit in the interview. You can tell it's a fun environment to work at.
I don't doubt it. But you guys know what else is a pretty good show by all accounts. Any one of the shows that you would find on the Gonna Geek Network by heading over to GonnaGeek.com and clicking on the network button. How do you like that one, Willie? How do you like that one?
You do touch my button really well.
That being said, there are 25 plus different shows in the Gonna Geek Network that cover a variety of different topics, from video gaming, board gaming, geek culture, pop culture, movies, TV shows, all sorts of stuff. We've probably got something you'll like there. And I would love to run them all down, but there's no way we can. So, Willie, tell us about a show on the network that people should know about and should go check out this week.
Oh, there is a way we can talk about every show. That's once a week. That's how we do it. You like that?
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I didn't say back to you, Chris. That was a trap. You failed. But there's something returning this week, regardless if you guys like it or not. But this week, I am going to talk about On the Bubble podcast, Saving Timeless, episode 33. NBC's Timeless has spent the majority of its broadcasts on the bubble, but now fans are getting a 2-part series finale coming December 20th, 2018. Ain't that the year of our Lord?
Boo!
But how did such a love show find itself struggling from a renewal? Why the 2-part finale? And what, if anything, did Timeless fans have to do with saving the show? I'm just going to be a lazy and on down here on this fine Sunday morning and throw it back to you, Chris.
Boo!
Thank you, Willie.
Don't boo the show. That sounds like an excellent show.
I'm not booing the show.
I know.
I don't know what just happened here. But thank you, Willie, for sharing On the Bubble podcast with everyone on the network. Please go check it out. It's a really good one. Josh Liston is killing it with that show. SP's been on there lately, and so has Stephen John Drew, El Presidente, if you will. So go check
Bell
them
Buddy?
out.
You mean Bell Buddy?
Your Bell Buddy, yes.
He means the flip top head Canadian.
So if you get a chance, please go check that out. Go check out any of the other shows on the network. Head on over to GonnaGeek.com, click on the network button, and you will find them all there. But if you want to talk to some of the creators on the network, there is a way to do that. Also, head on over to the Gonna Geek Discord channel at GonnaGeek.com/Discord. There is a channel for every podcast on the network. You can reach out directly to the podcast creators on there, ask them questions, give them kudos on doing something well, or in our case, just give us a hard time because, hey, we like it.
And if you want to tell me if any of my characters are very uncouth, you have to mention me at South Porky, because otherwise I will not see it.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Willie. We do greatly appreciate it. All that being said, it is time for us to start wrapping up the show. As we wrap up, we do have a little segment called What I'm Into. It's our chance to share with you guys who are watching live or listening at a later date just what kind of geeky and nerdy things we've been getting into, so that maybe, just maybe, you'll get a chance to check them out yourself. Anthony, why don't you kick us off?
I've been getting into Tito's vodka.
Oh, vodka!
Oh, God, you made him do another accent.
After 30 months of sobriety, I decided I was going to do Drunk December. And so, yeah, I've been enjoying drinking again, because apparently if I have a bottle of vodka in the fridge, I'm not as bad with it as I used to be cases of beer. So I've actually only been drunk maybe 3 times this month so far. So I've enjoyed having just a drink or two each night and going to bed and not feeling like crap the next morning. And it's a lot cheaper. So I'm gonna stick with not drinking beer, but I'm good with the vodka. And so yeah, I've been enjoying my Navy breakfast, having a screwdriver this morning. Orange juice and vodka, good shit.
Was that a Nova glass?
Oh yeah, that is a man called Nova Glass. You goddamn right. That is a marble tumbler. Right? That is a marble tumbler, and man called Nova Glass.
On the side note of the news, have you guys heard they're talking? There's mentioned, someone has mentioned that Marvel's thinking about making a Nova movie.
Well, they need to make a fucking Nova movie. They've introduced the Novas, but they haven't made them Novas yet because they haven't given them superpowers.
That's fair.
Well, they wiped out the planet in Avengers 3, so
yeah, they're all dead.
Well, we know they lost the stone. We don't know if they died or not.
Well,
I've also been getting into. For those watching live, I've also been getting into watching John Boyega get arrested at Disneyland. During his vacation, he went to Disneyland, and on his Instagram live story, he mentioned getting nervous as a couple of guys in white body armor were walking towards him, and the motherfucking stormtroopers arrested his ass. That shit was funny.
That's typical of Disney. If you, it's for those of you who are like planning to go to Galaxy's Edge or something like that. Here's a warning. The Jawas, when they're bartering with you, when they're interacting with you in the restaurants, if they get anything from you, they will run with it.
Nice.
And they are that immersed in the role. So, yeah. Especially for anyone thinking going to Galaxy's Edge. If the Jawas come up and start bartering for like your hat or something like that, don't give it up because they will take it and run.
Nice.
How fast are they're in full costume, right? So how fast can they run? Because I can catch up to them, get whatever they traded me, and my hat back.
I hope so. All I know is that the people who said they were caught by surprise, they had to race to catch up with them and get their shit back.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's
nice.
Don't think that it's a joke. It's as close to virtual reality as you can get.
So what you're telling me is if I go to Disneyland, I'm going to get arrested.
Probably.
I figure that about most places you go, Willie.
Just like John Boyega.
Well, you might find out a little something when I went to someplace Friday night in what I did this week.
So well, let me finish mine, and then we'll see if you can do yours.
I'm just teasing everybody. You know I like to tease people. Chris likes to get teasing from me.
I've also been doing a Christmas sale. I've sold 6 of my 31 Overwatch cards so far. If anybody's interested in the Inktober cards that I did this year, there's sketch cards of all the 31 or the 28 different Overwatch characters at the time. So the only one I don't have is Ashe. But yeah, I've sold 6 of those so far. They're $10 each or 2 for $16. I've been doing a stocking stuffer sale of all of those, selling off original art. And then one of my Christmas presents arrived early. So I've been getting into the motherfucking art of the Spider-Verse. This book is so damn pretty. The production artwork and the stuff they did building the movie is just so gorgeous. Into the Spider-Verse was such a fantastic film. If there's any, the art of the movie books, it's definitely it's up there. It's really good. A lot of the writing in it, I just started reading, but like there's some really good info in it. Fantastic artwork. It's a beautiful book. And then I've been getting into rewatching all my holiday films. I rewatched Die Hard again last night with dinner, which is a Christmas movie. Fuck anybody who says it isn't. Her name is Holly. Goddammit. Her name is Holly.
It's not that it takes place. Sure, it takes place during Christmas. I get that. My problem is when people just go all on that, like saying, "No, it's a Christmas. It's a Christmas movie." Like,
it's a Christmas movie.
I got you. But when they say it's their favorite Christmas movie, which I guess
I didn't say that.
I know, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean when I say all this. Like, I get it, guys. You like action movies.
Die Hard, Lethal Weapon, A Christmas Story, and Christmas Vacation. Those are my 4 Christmas movies. I've watched all of them at least once.
I'm tired of the joke, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Batman Returns and War of the Roses. Those were also Christmas movies.
Oh, yeah, that's very true. Definitely Batman Returns for sure. War of the Roses takes place during Christmas?
Yep. Yeah, and Batman
It's been too long since I've seen that.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
Batman actually ties in more with it because the whole thing about, the holidays are about being family, and every character in the movie basically has lost theirs.
That's such a good movie. And then I've been getting into playing my PlayStation 4, getting caught up on, they updated the map for Ormond. So me and Willie got to go to Canada last night and face a crazy clown. So now that they've patched some of the bugs that they created in the last update, Dead by Daylight is kicking ass again.
I'm going to correct you. We escaped from the clown.
No, we kicked his ass.
Well, the one guy, the random, he kind of did make it.
Well, that's not our fault. But yeah, that's they patched some of the problems they'd had with people dropping on the servers. So Dead by Daylight is stable again from all appearances, and there's a blood run coming up on the 27th. So yeah, extra bonus blood points. I don't know when it's going to be free to play or not the next time, but I'm also looking at getting it on my PC. So they have it on the Steam sale. Once again, Steam sale's going on. So if you want to put a dent in your wallet, whole lot of games on sale right now on PC. And then
all the time?
No, it's not all the time.
Humble bundles and all that?
The third DLC came out for Spider-Man on the PS4. So last night I finished the story mode for Turf Wars. So now probably today I will work my way into finishing all the screwball challenges, finish off the Hammerhead bases, and start on Silver Lining and start the third DLC to Spider-Man, so that after I've already had my platinum, but now I can have it all finished and completely done again. And yeah, it took me a bit to get back into it yesterday because it's been a while since I've done some web swinging, but god damn, that game is so much fun. And just going in and just smacking people around and using the gadgets and fucking swinging around New York. I fucking love that game. And man, they made Yuri Watanabe they made her a badass in the Turf Wars fight, her fighting Hammerhead. I'm excited to see where the storyline goes in Silver Lining. But that's what I've been getting into.
Well,
And,
you also forgot to mention something in Spider-Man as well. What else did they release for it? That because people wouldn't shut the fuck up about it.
Let's be honest. Let's be honest. They were making that before people started crying about it. It takes longer than they've been crying about it to make that and get it tested to work in the game.
Yeah, but
and I saw it and didn't even put it on because I don't care. It's not a great looking suit.
I put it on just to see what it would do.
Yeah, to see what it would do.
Yeah, see how it looked in the game.
Okay, how it looked. Okay, that's different.
Oh.
No, I mean, the big thing was people were just getting on that and on that. How come we don't have the Raimi suit? Where's the Raimi suit? Like, shut the fuck.
Well, and if you're going to complain about something, complain about the fact we don't have the black suit.
Well, they explained that.
The water.
But I'm saying that's a hell of a lot more classic than the Raimi suit.
They've explained they want to put that. They want to make that in the game actually be part of the story. They just don't want to just put the suit in to put the suit in.
Yeah, which makes sense. It'd be awesome if we get a Spider-Man 2 on PS4 where you deal with the symbiote and then Venom. Hell yeah.
I'm going to call it now. If we get a Spider-Man 2 or Marvel Spider-Man 2, it's definitely going to be on the PS5 because they're going to announce those consoles next year.
Yeah, it's not going to be on the current gen hardware.
That's true. That's all right. That'll be my second platinum when Spider-Man 2 comes out on the PS5.
Well, you get the platinum for God of War. It's just as easy as Spider-Man.
I don't own God of Thor, but maybe I'll pick it up at some point.
It was down to like $20 on sale recently. It's really good.
Game of the year.
Yeah, I have a car payment now, and my insurance doubled, so I'm not buying games.
Where's the obligatory thanks, Obama? That was a joke.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying the political thing, because if I said it would be fuck Trump, and so that's a different thing.
This was just a play on the joke everyone having.
Sound battle stations, sound collision.
Chris, you brought this on yourself.
Yeah, that your joke would have been funny, Chris, but I'm on vodka.
Red alert! All right, in all seriousness, I'm gonna go next because my stuff's pretty quick. Playing Spider-Man, I just started on the DLC yesterday. I've done a couple of the screwball challenges in it now.
On the first DLC or
the third one rather.
Third one. Okay, so you're on Silver Lining.
I'm on Silver Linings. It's fun. If you haven't played in a while, it's kind of brutal starting on that DLC because they do not start you off with easy enemies. You've got you've got like 6 dudes in jetpacks fighting you at one point in time.
The fucking jetpacks, the dudes with the Gatling guns.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
You're like, I haven't played this game in a month. I need to get back into playing shape for this. So they handed me my ass for a little bit there. And then what else? Also been playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate because, hey, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is fun as hell. Still unlocking characters. I did play it with Willie some last week, and he kicked my ass.
I'm sorry, Chris.
Oh, it's no big deal. I had fun. That's how you get better. Don't feel bad, Willie. You handed me my ass to help me get better.
And you know what I call my Little Mac, don't you?
Yes, it is your character in Super Smash Bros.
I call him One Punch.
And after playing against Willie, it's accurate. It's accurate. He did kick my ass. I've been on vacation for the last week, so really I've been working on just little projects around the house, watching a bunch of dumb stuff on YouTube, and I was rewatching Spider-Man Homecoming while I was working on some other stuff this morning. And goddamn, Michael Keaton was really awesome in that movie. It just keeps reminding me, like the moment he realizes that Peter is Spider-Man is just so well done with him.
It's the ultimate Batman fucking quote come to life. You either die the hero or you live long enough to become the villain. Michael Keaton is the best ever.
Okay, and not to interrupt or anything like that, but this just occurred to me. I gotta say this. Tell me you wouldn't pay serious money to see Michael Keaton reprise his role in a Batman Beyond movie right now.
Yes, they could have my money right now.
I will pay more than double my money. Yeah. There's no reason that they haven't done a fucking Batman Beyond where he's old man Batman.
Oh my God. I just got just as wet as when you said Quagmire when you just said that. Oh my God.
Yeah. How fucking perfect would that be? We need a badass teenage fucking actor to be fucking Terry. And then, and then bring in fucking Joel Schumacher. This is the one that can be neon like crazy because it's in the future. It should be neon.
This is Hollywood. It's going to be a late 20-year-old.
That's true. Playing teenager.
Well, I mean, Tom Holland's what, like 21, 22, and he's playing a 15-year-old and it works. So, hey, it could happen.
Oh my God. Tom Holland as Terry McGinnis.
All right.
Batman Beyond.
That was Disney.
I wasn't meaning Tom Holland should be Terry McGinnis. I'm just saying there's precedent.
That's Disney. Do you ever see Warner Brothers doing?
Amy Jo Johnson was 24 when she was on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers playing a teenager. It can happen.
And hot. Hot.
Yeah. God bless the Pink Ranger. God bless her.
She helped a lot of boys transition through puberty.
Oddly enough, not me, because I did not sexualize anything from Power Rangers.
Says the man who just turned off his camera so he couldn't see what he's doing.
Oh, no, I was doing something different. Something actually non-sexual.
We mentioned Amy Jo Johnson. Willie's camera goes off.
To be fair, it went off before that. Just going to say.
But that's what I've been getting into. Willie, what have you been getting into, sir?
What have I been getting into? Today...
Well, he doesn't name names, but...
Today, I will be going over to my friend's place to watch my favorite Christmas movie. Ever since I saw it 2 years ago, it's now a staple in my Christmas rotation. That's The Night Before. That's my favorite Christmas movie. You have 4 comic book actors. You have Seth Rogen. Word.
So you got Green Hornet. You got Robin. You got Falcon. And you got Zod as a weed
Anthony
dealer.
Mackie, Seth Rogen, and I keep wanting to say Jonathan Taylor Thomas for some reason. Why are those people with 3 names always throwing me off?
Because if they're not serial killers, they're kid actors.
Gordon-Levitt,
JGL.
Whatever you do, don't start reading romance novels. Those are written by a lot of women with three names.
No, I have an ex that did that a whole lot. She still reads all those romance novels.
Yeah, 3
I
names.
met some of those authors. But yeah, so that's so I'm gonna go share my favorite Christmas movie with a friend of mine who's never seen it. Make them happy because I highly recommend it. The Night Before, my favorite, the best Christmas movie ever. Not even trying to be jokingly and say Die Hard. Yes, I get the damn joke. But Friday night, I went to a party in Raleigh, which is our state capital in North Carolina. I had some friends who live over there, and they threw a winter solstice party. So yay! What was odd was this winter solstice. We had a full moon and a meteor shower. So that was something.
Oh, it was beautiful. Yeah.
And we couldn't really see a lot of it or the meteors because it was too cloudy. We could see the moonlight beaming down, but we couldn't see anything else really because clouds. And also we were near the state capitol, so light pollution. And while I was there, apparently I met 2 people who work for Epic Games, the guys of Fortnite, because their headquarters, at least the Fortnite headquarters, I'm pretty sure they have different spot locations, but is in Cary, North Carolina, which is right next to Raleigh. So, yay. Although one of them was kind of rude and mean when I asked him, "So, are you guys hiring any unskilled people right now?" He just looked at me stonily and said, "No." Like, there's no joking in that at all. Just no. Like,
because there's a lot of people on Facebook. They're like, "Hey, can I write for you?"
I know I can't write for him. There's no writing fucking for him.
I know a recruiter at 343. He basically turns off his Facebook whenever they start getting ready for a Halo release, just because he knows he's going to get flooded.
Yeah, no doubt.
Well, at least I did the joke of an unskilled. I threw that joke in there. You could oh nah, like, and it was a party saying, "Why are you gonna be like cold to me like that, man? I was just trying to make a joke with you." And say no. I'm sure I'm not fully joking, but I mean,
it's probably because they're tired of hearing that joke all the time from folks.
I mean, Chris, I'm trying to look for confirmation here, man.
I'm sorry. I will. You already threw it back to me, so it's my turn to speak.
Don't bring out the southernness back out guy again. I haven't come up with a name for him yet. But I did watch two. I watched two very, very good movies. I watched Hereditary finally. That movie, have you seen it, Chris?
No, I have not.
Oh, that is what people are saying. This is how horror movies need to be made from now on. Is true. I will say when I first started watching it, like as it was going on, it felt like it just felt like an anthology movie, with just being the same storyline going through it. It felt like that to me. I don't know. I can't quite tell why, but and the twist, the ending was like, whoa, okay, it's very good. I'm gonna say it's kind of like Paranormal Activity if it was made as a movie instead of a found footage film, kind of. I'm talking about the whole series of Paranormal Activity. Let's go with that. And then I also watched Mandy. If you remember that one that came out earlier this year with Nick Cage.
No, I don't.
All I knew about it was that he goes full crazy Cage. I went into both these movies dark. I remember seeing a trailer for both of them, but I don't really remember it too much, and I just went in dark with it. It was a good call. Do that. Don't look up the trailer for any of these if you want to. Just watch them. Mandy, yeah, he goes full crazy Cage, and I fucking loved it. I will say it is a bit of an art house movie in the first half, with something like the way they filmed some of the transitions and whatnot. It gets a little weird with the lighting and stuff. Like, okay. But yeah, it's very good. Highly recommend both of them. Back to you, Chris.
Why, thank you, Willie. So, Peter, why don't you wrap us up? What have you been getting into? And while you're at it, let folks know where they can find you online, too.
Okay. Well, I already did my Christmas tradition. My Christmas tradition is I get a bunch of my funny friends together, and we sit around and we watch the MST3K version of Santa Claus Conquers the Martians.
Nice.
That's movie. And
where was I? I'm one of your funny friends. Why come I wasn't there?
Oh, Willie thinks he's funny.
I have FOMO.
Yeah.
Or FOMO.
You could come over if you dress like Zangief, okay? Because between that accent and
I have been the vodka.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Do that, and you're more than welcome.
Willie in a Speedo and bear scars?
Yeesh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, trust me, with my hair, you wouldn't be able to see those scars.
So already did my Christmas tradition. I got in the mail the other day. I got Mappy for the Atari 2600. The Atari 2600 still has an active scene of people developing games for it. And I've always loved the Mappy game. It bombed when it was first released in the arcades back in 85 or something like that. It was just before the big crash. At the time, Namco had Mappy in pole position. Atari opted to do pole position. Midway took Mappy. Mappy bombed and pole position became a phenomenon. Well, this guy at Champ Games, he made on the Atari a near arcade perfect conversion. It's got music. It's got great graphics. There's almost no flicker. The guy's a genius. And he's created a fantastic game. I'm so looking forward to this. There's that, and this is probably going to be more niche, but during the week, I got the news that there was a TV show on Adult Swim called 12 Ounce Mouse that I absolutely loved. I thought it was beautiful. I thought it was visionary. And in 2020, they're coming back with a third season of 10 episodes.
Ooh.
And that just made my day.
Why? Although I
I
watched it when Adult Swim was big, when I was like, what was like 2019, 17, 18, 19, 20 in that years. Apparently, I guess I just didn't get it then, maybe.
It's not for everybody. I have shown it to people, and they've just sat there at the screen like a dog staring into a fan, like, what is going on? But for me, I dug it. I loved every minute of it. They're apparently ignoring the one web episode that they did that was supposed to continue things, because Invictus picks up shortly afterwards, and this is going to go right after the Invictus special.
Wait. That show had a storyline?
Yeah. If you can take it, the first 21. I only got 20 on the first viewing, but the first 21 episodes actually have a big storyline going out about the nature of the reality of the world that Mouse is trapped in, and there actually is stuff going on there. And it, like I said, for me, I thought it was visionary. Loved the art, loved the story, loved the performances. I know it's not for everyone, but for me, seeing that was almost as good as seeing the Orville got a second season. So
yes, starts in a week.
Already got my DVDs, already got them converted so I can watch them on all my portable devices.
Yes, and if you guys don't have DVDs, you can watch it on Hulu right now, season 1.
So are we sponsored by Hulu today?
No.
This is the second time we mentioned Hulu.
Yeah, get yourself a stripper so you can get the high def episodes. They're not releasing it on Blu-ray.
You had me get a stripper. I don't care about the rest. Who cares? I don't like strippers. I don't like going to strip clubs.
Sure, he doesn't. You saw that look on his face everywhere.
I don't like. No, I really don't like. Why am I going to go to a strip
he's
club?
Like, I don't like strippers.
I can stay home, save gas, save entry money to get in, save tip money, and I can just watch titties on my TV.
Yeah. Now the Jerry I know took me to Merry Christmas, which is a strip club. Merry Triple Xmas. You see what I'm saying?
I don't get strip club.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in an episode.
Is your name Carl?
No, my name's Willie Nelson. It's an episode called The Shavening.
You strike me as a Carl.
First season episode.
Yeah.
It's the first. I thought it was
I'm pretty sure it's early on.
It's what it says, because I got 3 seasons over there. For some reason, the 3rd season went missing. I think it's the 3rd season, but yeah, it's the one. It's the season where all the titles had "the" in it. Even one of them was just called "the." It was like something.
I'm pretty sure it's first season.
Well, let me turn off my camera because Pantless Sunday. I'll get back to you. Continue on. I'll be right back.
Yes, keep America beautiful. Thank you. So anyway, so that's what I've been getting into is the return of 12-ounce mouse and Mappy for the Atari 2600. I'm also looking forward to, now that things have stabilized a bit, I've had some animation projects that I've been kind of falling behind on, and now I can get started on them again. For those of you that want to see what I do, if you go to YouTube and you type in Sine Timore Animation Studios, SINE space TIMORE space Animation Studios, it'll bring up a link to my stuff. There's a lot of geek-centric humor on there. I do a series called One True Pairing, where I take a fanfic pairing, but I keep them behaving in character and watch the whole thing go to hell. And there was one of the more interesting ones was Notice Me Senpai Batman, which was my response to The Killing Joke. I did not like what they did with the character of Batgirl, and I decided to make fun of it, and that was the result. And I'm in the middle of a series called Herman Crab, which is an educational conservation themed series. I'm on 4 episodes. There's actually, not to reveal too much, but there is an over-the-internet TV network that is interested in running the episodes if I can get 6 of them done. Ooh. I'm on episode 4, and I'm starting to work on number 5 now.
Nice.
And I'm currently boarding a Sailor Poland movie, but that's not going to get done until all my other stuff is off the table, because that one's just for fun. But I'm looking forward to getting back into actually doing that. The Sailor Poland movie is the trickiest because it's supposed to be an international themed thing, because you got Sailor Poland, you got Sailor Germany and stuff like that. The characters usually communicate through pantomime. There is very little dialogue. So I can't write a script. I have to board it out instead of writing a script for what's going to happen. And that's the reason that takes a lot longer than everything else, because when you're boarding it, you're also getting down the pacing and the timing and everything. but I've been neglecting that for way too long. I'm looking forward to jumping back into it and getting it going. So, and like I said, Sine Timore Animation Studios. You'll see the Klingon stand-up comedian there. That one gets a lot of good responses, and just a lot of fun there. Oh, and you'll also see the Peter G. Sailor Moon fanboy, where I made a Sailor Moon game for the Atari 2600. I've been trying to get it signed by as many people involved in the show as possible. And the first 3 episodes chronicling the first part of the adventure are there. So check it out. You'll have fun. You'll have fun.
Well, awesome. Thank you. And again, thank you for joining us today. And we'll have to send some folks your way to go check out those things. We're looking forward to seeing what's coming in the future then. Sounds like you're going to be busy.
Oh, yeah. It's what I do. I tend to be more productive with my art when I'm not happy with the entertainment that's out there. The more boring I find movies and TV shows, the more it's like, I need to do something. And it's like, then I start jumping more into my artwork. And right now there just hasn't been a lot good out there. So
that's fair.
And that is the best response to it.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my first computer was a Timex Sinclair 1000, and there was no software for it. So I started figuring out how to program just so I could have games on it. I would make my own. Then my parents, in their infinite wisdom, decided, oh, he wants a real computer, and they got me an IBM PC Junior. And yes, go ahead and laugh. I remember opening it on Christmas Day, and as I started learning the limitations, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. A C64, an Apple IIc, one of those, please, just not. But yeah, I mean, Ralph Bakshi is one of my favorite animators. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with him. There's times I think he's brilliant, times I think he's an asshole. But Bakshi likes to say that a picture or a cartoon only has value if it's a reaction against something else. And at times like these, I have a lot of things I'm reacting to, and that helps fuel the art and make it what it is.
Makes sense.
I have an update.
Go for it.
Season 3, last episode, The Shavening.
Okay.
And he's got the discs.
Well, yeah, you see, because I moved over, it would have been right beside me. I I don't have a couch right now. It's in transition, so I moved. So to get in front of you, I moved my little sofa, my little love seat over here that I usually sit in, over, and I moved the table over to match it. And
Wait,
all my stuff's over there.
Transition, so it was a couch. What's it becoming?
Insert gender joke here.
Exactly.
Well played.
That's the safe way of doing it. And
Willie,
also
we hope you
because
get a
I think
couch
about
soon then.
Yeah, this should be coming. I'm in no rush. I mean, this is fine for me. I don't really need a whole lot.
At least it wasn't in the back of the truck when it caught on fire.
All right, listen here, you son of a bitch.
Very true.
I was just giving you a positive thing. We're glad you didn't catch on fire and that your switch is intact, Willie.
Oh yeah, that is the most important part.
The switch being okay is definitely the important part.
That switch is the value of the switch is worth more than the value of my life.
Nobody disputes that, Willie.
I know that's
Nobody
fine.
disputes
Long-time video gamer, I understand.
Well, guys, looking at the time, we did go late. We also started a little late, so who gives a crap? But before we shut this thing down, you guys have any final thoughts for us? Anything?
As well as the Steam sale, in 9 days, the Comic Craft font sale starts. So if you've ever wanted to letter comics, that is the sale to look for. Because they put $300 fonts on sale for like $50. It's insane.
I got no joke.
We're used to that. Anyone else? Anything?
Hey!
Tito's vodka is awesome.
You know what? For that one right there, Chris, next week, you know what's going to happen?
We're not going to let you on the show.
You probably won't because my Southern Cat is going to be here the whole long episode.
Shut your face hole.
It's going to be here, and you can't stop this train from happening.
Yeah, you can, because Chris has the mute button for you.
Willie, I think you're just stupid. This
is hell.
There we go.
Naki had some thoughts for you on that. It's the ghost of Naki.
Oh, it shall happen, good sir.
Well, I guess we should announce right now we will not be here next week because Willie wants to be Southern Willie.
The next episode Willie is going to be on, we'll have this character.
Like, we'll be here, but Willie will be muted.
We shall see how this gets done.
Peter, you have any final thoughts for us as we shut this thing down?
No, I think I pretty much got it out of my system.
Well, thank you for joining us today. It was fun. Bit different than being in the peanut gallery, I'm sure.
Yeah, and getting to talk smack with Willie face to face is definitely a treat. So
that is more than fair, good sir.
Knock it off.
I think I know who won too.
Hey, we disagree on Firefly, but we agree on Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I call this a wash.
Whoa. I can't remember. What's the argument on Firefly?
That it sucks and gives change.
Okay now.
You're both a couple of meatwads.
I have one word to fight this argument. Jane.
Nah.
The man
Wash.
Jane.
The hero of Canton.
Wash or Jane, take your pick. They're both great.
Well, guys, on that note, we are going to shut this down. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live, 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central, over at geeks.live, the official streaming home of the Gonna Geek Network. And hey, while you're over there, we're coming out of the holiday break. Go scroll down to the bottom of the page, see the calendar of all the other live events coming up. But I think we're done. Let's shut this mother down, right?
Yeah, I need to go drink some more breakfast.
Mr. Sailor Polar, I will have to challenge you to a duel, sir.
Thanks for listening to this brand new episode of the All Things Good and Nerdy podcast. Don't forget, we'll be back next Sunday live at 11 a.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Central over at live.atgnpodcast.com, channel 3 of the Alpha Geek Radio app, and over at our network home at gonnageek.com/live. If you have any feedback for the show, please contact us atgnpodcast@gonnageek.com, on our hotline number at 304-806-ATGN, or even better, go to Twitter and send us a message at ATGN Podcast. The music you've heard in this show is produced by Kevin MacLeod and can be found at incompetech.com.